Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to Football Heritage TV on a very gloomy Monday morning. The good news is that this weekend Premier League football is back. The bad news is we have to get through Monday to Friday, don't we? But as always, we've had players playing in the international games. We've got news about potential transfers and potential injuries that are set to come back into the fold in the next couple of weeks. So good morning to you all, wherever you are, whoever you are, of course, most welcome. Look, it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. I don't know about you guys, like when I was growing up, I loved International Week. I really did. I don't know why. It felt special. It felt like there was stuff going on. For some reason, Messi tied it. 1 second, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. There you go. Bit more messy, bit more Ginola. It felt like it was, we got International Week. And now it just kind of feels like, oh my God, we've got International Week. Now, maybe that feeling's brought on a little bit more because I'm a YouTuber and YouTube kind of dies during those weeks. But to be honest, I've never really been the biggest international fan. Like, I like a tournament like anyone else does. I don't lose my mind. I don't hang flags up outside my house. I don't go to the pub and lose my mind at England scoring a goal against Latvia in a World Cup group. But I do know that we all miss Premier League football when it's gone. And we're back this weekend, aren't we? Aston Villa is the game. If I'm not wrong, we're playing Sunday. I believe we're playing Sunday lunchtime. Yes, Sunday lunchtime. We are playing against Aston Villa. Should be an interesting game, right? Spurs and Villa, if I'm not wrong, both unbeaten in their last 7. If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we are definitely. I know Villa was 6 or 7. So, look, it's going to be an interesting game. We're going to talk about that. We'll have a look at who's back. Muani, Kulu Muani has played in a behind closed doors game. Rumours that he'll be playing another game this week. I don't know how true that is. I mean, it's not the biggest news, but desperately trying to get him fit. I think we need to get a player like that back very soon. I'm so desperately disappointed with the forward options that we need somebody like Muani. I don't go above and beyond about him. I know some people think he's the saviour. He's a good footballer. I think he'll score some goals. And hopefully then we get to some transfer windows and we can actually buy what we need instead of constantly trying to muddle through situations. We're muddling through the left side. We're muddling through the centre forward area. And let's be fair, Champions League teams should know by now, right, who their first team players are in those areas. If you look at Newcastle, for example, you know that Anthony Gordon is their left-sided player. You know he's the best left-sided player at the club. You know that Voldemort is their striker. So, look, we don't have that, and it's something that we need to get. Big day today for you. I'll try my best. I've got this show this morning, followed by Savva and Perchi with the What Are We Doing Here podcast at 6. And then the Spurs 5 are back at 8 p.m. Back at 8 p.m. tonight. I've seen rumours that apparently the channel was shutting down. I don't know where that came from. Apparently the channel was shutting down and only lasted 2 months. The actual truth was that last week we had 2 or 3 people on holiday and it was International Week, and it was a little bit like, let's, instead of trying to muddle around and find some replacements, we'll just leave it for a couple of days, and we'll go again tonight. So we're back tonight, 8 p.m. We'll go again tonight at 8 p.m. and we're back Thursday, and then yada, yada, yada. So don't listen to all the rumors that you hear. I have no idea what was going on there. So Tottenham, I read this morning. Now, again, I don't know how true this is. I think with anything in 2025, there's so much news around, isn't there, that you have to take a lot of it with a pinch of salt. And there's always going to be, I think there's always going to be some truth, the whole smoke without fire. But by the way, just quickly, Michael Martone, please, I'm seeing all your comments. You're getting a bit silly. I don't want to block, but I'm going to. You're starting to troll. Can we just keep it down a tiny bit, please? If we don't troll, we all get to talk about football for an hour or so, and then it is what it is. Just watching now. No channel is shutting down. That was the point, Joseph. There are no channels shutting down. I'm just saying. I've seen a few people post that the Spurs 5 has shut down after 2 months, and it's not true. We're back live tonight at 8 p.m. We're all sitting in the Spurs 5 WhatsApp group going, "What? Who?" The reports I'm seeing are that Kulusevski is going to be close to playing a few minutes. Now, I don't know if that means Villa. I don't know if that means in the next month, but apparently Kulusevski's been doing well in his rehabilitation, and we'll be getting back to seeing him in a Spurs shirt very, very soon. Now, of course, you listen, I like Kulu. You guys, you know me. I don't lose my mind over every single footballer that plays football. I know there are some footballers that do, some fans that do, but I'm not one of them. I like Kulu. I think he's a good footballer. The question's going to be, how does he bounce back from this injury? It's a big injury, right? It is a big injury. When did he get injured? If I'm not wrong, wasn't it like April? If I'm not wrong, somebody will be able to tell me. I think it was April. So like April, May, June, July, August, September, October. It's a long time to be out without football. So I think it's going to be, a little bit hit or miss. Now, I don't know if he's coming back November. I don't know if he's, hang on, who messaged me this? I don't know whether or not the article I read meant that he's going to be back playing in a couple of weeks, maybe next month, maybe December. From what I'm led to believe, the injury that he had looks to me like it's very much going to be December time. But look, it'll be good to get bodies back in. It'll be good because, let's be fair, Kulu is better than Brennan Johnson. He's better than Tell. He's better than Odegaard. He's a better footballer in that profile than a Richarlison. We need technical footballers into this team, and I think that Kulu falls into that bracket. It's going to be interesting when he's fit, when Maddison's fit, Simmons, Kudus, hopefully a new left winger. We will start to have that nice luxury of options. I know everyone always thinks it's bad. Well, where's so-and-so going to play? Well, let's have some options, shall we? Let's have some options. Let's see what, maybe today it's Kulu. Maybe next week it's Xavi Simmons. Maybe the week after it's Simmons and Maddison. And then it's Maddison and Kulu. All of these things are what we desperately need as a football club to give us a bit more to help Frank as well. And must just say, what a great job Thomas Frank has done. When you look at it, right, he's not talked about injuries. He's not talked about his lack of forwards. He's not talked about his lack of left wingers. He's just got on with it. And for me, I think he's punching above his weight. I really do. And I know what will happen. The moment he loses a game, everyone will go, what's going on? Thomas Frank. But if someone had said to you that Spurs are going to play 11 games, including PSG, and they're going to lose one, we would have all taken it. We would have all taken it, right? And the revisionism for me is a little bit scary, that when we do that, people then still are not happy. I'm still seeing people now going, I'll be honest, I watched a few shows last week. I was just laying in bed watching a couple of late night Spurs channels. And honestly, I was watching the panel and it was as though I was watching a fan base of West Ham. Like, it was like they were talking as though like the manager needed to be sacked and that you were sitting in the bottom three. It just didn't feel like we were doing some good things. It didn't feel like we were doing some good things. And I really think we are doing some good things. And I think Thomas Frank is doing some good things. But but some people just they don't want it to they don't want it to be the case, I suppose. And listen, I'm not one who really goes down this route of agendas, but it does feel very much that if people didn't want Thomas Frank, then it's kind of like they're trying to find every which way to just stick in a jab, this side jab, that side jab. And for me, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I think most Spurs fans surely should be sitting here very happy. I watched a show last week and I'm seeing that Kudus should not be our right winger. He should be our left winger because we don't have a left winger. And I'm thinking, well, Kudus has been our best player. Why would you trying to find things now we're trying to find things now to not be happy about. Listen, everyone knows the things that I have concerns about. Everyone knows it's the striker position and the left wing. Everyone knows my position on wanting a ball playing 8. And everyone knows my position on, the goalkeeper. Like, I think that he's decent, but I do think that Spurs could do a lot better. But it is okay to turn around and say, look how well we're doing with what we've got. Look how well we're doing with what we've got. We've had Muani come into the club and has played like 11 minutes of football. Xavi Simons came in after the season started, needs a bit of time to get up to speed. And then Paulinho and Kudus, the 2 experienced Premier League players that we got, have both settled straight in and look great. Other than that, what a great job this manager has done so far. And just watching him, just listening to him, I just feel like, like it's calm. Does anyone, I'd love to get your opinion on this. Anyone else get that sense of calmness? I feel like we've been so manic as a football club for years now, like probably going back to the last season with Poch. It just feels like it's been noisy, it's been manic, it's been divided. And now it just feels like we're back to some sort of sensibility. It's like we're back to some calmness, but with a direction. Not just calm because nothing's happening, but calm because we've got somebody at the helm who knows what he's doing. He knows what he needs for the next couple of years. And people go, oh, trophy. Yeah, sure. We can talk about trophies, but building a football club, pushing everybody into the right path, getting the players fit, getting the players happy, making the team solid, solidifying the defense and the midfield and making us, all right, it might not be the prettiest to watch at times, but surely that comes down to, the personnel that you've got. But this is what this manager has done. And it's kind of gone under the radar. And I think that's fine outside of Tottenham. Sure, let it go under the radar. But I think inside, in our own house, the Tottenham Hotspur house, I think all the fans should be happy, right? I feel like we've done bloody well. We're sitting third. We've got, the 3rd best attack, the 2nd best defense. I saw yesterday, let me see if I can send this. I saw yesterday, let me double check this, I'm going to send this to myself. Hang on. I'm going to send this to myself. Bear with me 1 second. No, I don't want to send that. Nope. I want to send this. Let's crop it. I'm seeing people saying, oh, well, Spurs are boring. And most of our goals come from throw-ins and set pieces. And again, that's not true. That's really, really not true. So, look, I'm very, very happy with where we're going. Hang on, why can't I find this? Here we go. I'm very, very happy with what's happening at Tottenham Hotspur. I don't mind that there's no drama. I know people want to find a drama, but for me, I don't mind that there's not a drama. I don't mind that all is calm. But it is what it is. If you haven't subscribed, please do. The link is pinned. We've not had a single subscriber so far today. Come on, we can do better than that. We're up. We're early. It is. I might not have pinned it. There we go. That's my bad if I didn't. Oh, naughty Savva on his own channel. Not pin. Oh, no, I did pin it. I have pinned it. No, that's your bad. I have pinned it. So the question we're going to ask this morning as well, and I think Brian Daigle might be joining me in a minute. I haven't spoken to Brian online for a long time. There you go. Let me just show you the screenshot first. Let me show you this screenshot. I thought was really, really interesting. Just because I keep hearing that, all our goals are set pieces and throw-ins. And then when this was sent through to me yesterday, I thought, that debunks that myth, doesn't it? And you can see there percentage of goals from open play per team so far this season. You can see that Tottenham are joint second with Liverpool on 69% of goals from open play. I mean, Aston Villa hardly score any goals from set pieces, and then Tottenham and Liverpool next, followed by Everton, City, Wolves. Then you see down the bottom, Newcastle, Arsenal, and I believe the team below Arsenal. Let me just is West Ham. There you go. So let me know what you make of that. I think it's really, really good. I think it shows that we're moving in the right direction. I think it shows that even in games where we're not playing brilliantly, we find a way to win, or we find a way to score goals. And we should be happy with that. So all the data, like the league table, so I'll come back to that in a second. All the data, our eyes, the league table, everything is showing us that everything's good. But still, so many just seem to be very, very, I don't know, it just seems like people aren't happy enough. Do you know what I mean? It just seems that, I'm not saying we have to sit and go, we're winning the league, because as you all know, I think that, I think that we're going to finish sixth, possibly fifth. So I don't expect us to stay third in the table. It's very early days, but it's a lovely, lovely start. Let me first of all say thank you very much to Mark Taylor, who has just bought me a coffee. Very, very generous indeed. I'm just trying to see all the details. Oh, it wants me to do a login code. Of course you have. You need a login code for everything. 1 second. 1 minute. There we go. So thank you very much to Mark Taylor, always very generous, who has just bought me a coffee. If anyone else would like to buy me a coffee, thank you. A £5 coffee. Thank you very much. If anyone else would like to buy me a coffee, the buy me a coffee QR code is there. I'll tell you what else is there. I'll say hello to Brian in 1 second. Big up to you, Mark. And also big up to Karate FC. Good morning, all, and Savva. First time I'm missing Spurs. Well, we're going to talk about that right now with my man, Brian Daigle. Brian, you look happy. You're smiley. I hope you're well. How are you, my friend?
All is good, brother. All is good. I hope you are. How refreshing, wonderful, and exciting and relaxing is it going into an international break after a Spurs victory? Everything is positive, mate. Every single thing is positive.
Everything's positive, other than the crackle on your reception. By the way, just so you know,
it's my tablet. Is it bad?
I can hear you. I can hear you. It's fine. It's just whether or not the people in the chat mind, but I'm sure they don't, because they just like to see your little face.
Little
Brian.
Face. Okay, I'll take little face. Have I zoom out a bit to make it look that?
No, it's still a little face. Don't worry, there's nothing of you. First of all, big up to my man George, Durag Diaries. He has just done a raid. So thank you very much, my man. Really, really do appreciate that. Look, you're right. We've got into an international window. Everyone's thinking, oh my God, we don't win games before international breaks. We did, solidifying the best away record in the Premier League so far. Another win. A place where Leeds hadn't lost for 14 months, by the way, where everyone's sitting there and telling me they're crap, we've got to win. I'm thinking, well, hang on, they don't lose at home. So everything's good, right? Like right now, there's no drama. It's a nice place to be, isn't it?
It's a very nice place to be. What made me laugh with the Leeds game is we went into the game with Richarlison, people saying Richarlison hasn't been good enough. He needs a rest. He needs to be dropped. We need to keep him fresh because of injuries, and he's our only recognised striker at the moment. So people saying Richarlison hasn't been good. Then he drops him or replaces him, whatever word you want to use, and puts Tell up there, whether you like it or him or not. He did what people asked, and then people moan.
Yep.
It's literally I love the way he's utilising this squad. And if you're looking at the injuries have piled up, but they haven't been key injuries. They haven't been key, vital injuries to players that we desperately. Obviously, Kulu, Solanke, and everyone were out before the season started, so it wasn't really a miss. But the main big players that he needs to keep fit, he's keeping fit. He's rotating. He's making sure they're fresh. Because I tell you what, when we come to this Christmas schedule and everything, we're going to need these players fit, ready to go.
Your sound is slowly but surely getting a bit. I don't know if you want
to. Go. I'll go out, I'll switch it on, switch it off. I'll be back in a sec.
Yep. No worries. Big up to each and every one of you. Yeah, I mean, listen, just to carry on Brian's point there. Whatever we think of Tell, for example, he made the change. Richarlison wasn't playing well. He brings in Tell. He grabs a goal. Now, whether or not I think Tell's good enough or that's not the point. He brought him in. He gets his goal, and that's what you want. You want the manager to make these decisions. And when it comes off, it's great. When it doesn't, we berate the manager. But I want to see these decisions made. I want to see a manager that says, right, yeah, you've not played well. You're gonna miss out this week. And it's not that I don't like you as a player. It's not that you're leaving the club. You've not been playing well. Matisse, go on, you have a go. And I think that's the way the club should work. And I think for too many years, we've not had that. For too many years, I think we've just we know what the 11 is. We don't move away from it, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And I really, really, I really admire that in a manager and a coach. Now, that doesn't mean it's always gonna work. And I think this is the interesting thing about social media these days is when it doesn't work, everyone's like, look what he did today. He tried that and it didn't work. But if you don't try anything, people say, this manager doesn't try anything. This manager never, ever gets things done. And for me, I'm all for it. I think you've got to try things. You've got to look at different players. You've got to look at different partnerships. You've got to look at different ways of playing if the way you're playing currently is not working or not getting you the results. And that's what I like about this manager. I really do think he'll do that. So hopefully now a lot of the doubters are starting to come around a bit. And what I do find funny is surely this can't be done game by game either. Right? This can't be done game by game. Let's talk to Brian and see if he's back without crackle.
Is that better?
That's much better. Yes.
Okay, I'm on my phone. I think the tablet is slowly dying.
No worries. Well, the phone is working. You got your brew. Let's go back to the beginning, Brian. Let's go back to the beginning. You and I were two of the YouTubers that were very much in the Thomas Frank camp. And I would go as far to say this. I was chatting with my uncle yesterday. He came over and was chatting about Spurs. He's a Spurs fan, has been for 50, 60 years, however old he is, I don't know. And I said, isn't it nice knowing that we're organised? And he said, yeah, but we knew. Like, you knew Thomas Frank was going to do that. And that's the biggest plaudit I can give him. It's not, oh my God, we're amazing. But it was that we knew this man was going to come in and calm everything down and actually get us organised. Yeah.
I mean, you also look at it last season and seasons prior. We've said, where is our defensive shape? Where's our solidity? Where's our tactical prowess? Where's our midfield assisted the defence? We were like the Red Sea last season, unfortunately. Injuries, bad tactics, whatever we want to put it by. And we were also getting told, why aren't we winning games? We're not playing well. That was a key one for me. We're taking points when we're not playing well. That was a massive thing for me. Followed Frank for such a long time. As people know, I wanted him before Angepostecoglou. I love this. I've loved this guy, and he's come in, and he's done exactly what it says on the tin. The defence is solid. The midfield, I mean, Paulinho is one of the best signings of the entire window, not just Tottenham. I mean, the entire Premier League transfer window. He is elite at what he does. He's even said recently he needs to address this front line. It's not where it's at, but you could see, look, that that image I shared with you a little while ago, Savva, which Terry sent to me, Terry O'Shea, where the attack for everything last season in the Premier League was first. The only thing that was last was shooting from distance. Mm-hmm. This man will get it right. I am absolutely over the moon with everything Thomas Frank has done. I think sometimes he may have got Wolves. I was at that game, unfortunately. I think he got the second half wrong because the first half I thought we were very good. There should have been 1 or 2 up. But everything else, I think he's been absolutely brilliant with what he's got. And this is just the beginning of him.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Thomas Frank, for me, is a very unassuming man. And I don't mean that in a negative way. He's almost old school. He's a football manager that wants to be out on the training ground. He wants to talk about football. He doesn't want to constantly talk about injuries and scandals and this, that, the other. He smiles. I know Matty smiles during his interviews and his post-match. He tells us what went right. He tells us what went wrong. He tells us what he plans on addressing. And I feel like this, even if we lose, I feel like there's some sort of comfort knowing that, okay, we've lost, but I know that this guy's going to work on it. Does all that make sense? I mean, some will call that boring, but I prefer that rather than we've got a lot of ranty managers now, a lot of managers that are out there ranting and raving and causing brilliant press conferences. I don't want that. I just want cool, calm, collected, and that's what we've got.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got to look at it as well. And this is what I've been very excited about with this international break. A lot of our players have gone out to represent their countries. You've got Dragushin coming back. You've got Muani coming back. He can have 2 weeks literally working with them night and day, where he hasn't got to focus on the rest of the team, because obviously that team know what they're doing. He's got to bring them up to speed. He's going to get the time to do it. Whether people like Solanke or not, he's coming back. To have 3 recognised strikers, they may not be the most elite, but it's better to have 3 than 1 and a Tell or a Johnson or a makeshift. He's going to have time with this team, and you look at it. I mean, I've loved certain things. I've loved away from the actual football matches itself. His little hug and embrace with Spence after West Ham. The massive embrace and massive like this with Romero after the Champions League game with Villarreal. The Kudus and Matisse Tell hug at Leeds. This man is on a different level. I honestly, I said it when we got him. I don't think people realise how lucky Tottenham Hotspur are to have struck platinum to get this man. We are gonna. He's honestly. I think he's absolutely brilliant. And I said before, Savva, please God he stays as long as Pochettino, if not longer. I think he becomes one of our most successful managers behind Birkinshaw and Bill Nick, obviously, because no one's going to touch Bill Nick. This guy is the real deal. And I keep forgetting, and I mention this a lot, I think what we've got to pay a lot of credit to as well is the incredible coaching staff he's got behind him as well. For once, we have got the whole structure of this football club, especially with the backroom staff, because we know it's been the 3 that Poch had, but then Nuno couldn't bring his number 2, or we've lost managers because of coaching staff or whatever.
Yeah,
we were allowed to bring in everyone he wanted. I think it was 7 or 8, and they each have a role, and you see the communication between them. You see Cochrane and Wells, and everything just fits like a glove.
I completely agree. I like it as well, because when the game's going on, you can see them. They're talking, they're thinking. Frank is on the touchline, but his staff come over and talk to him. And before, with the previous manager, there was just arms folded, standing in the technical area on his own. But look, I like that there's minimal fuss. I like that we're just getting on with it. I like that he can switch up his tactics. More than anything, I think I want to go back to a point you said earlier, was it's the boring side of the game for some, but it's the defensive side of the game. Mm-hmm. And what I've found quite interesting is the number of fans that just go at the moment, it's so boring to watch. And you think, well, hang on. The biggest criticism from all football fans, football pundits last year, Spurs or not, was that we're so wide open and easy to beat.
Yep.
a manager comes in and says, no, I'm not having that. No, we will not be easy to beat. If we're going to get beat, we're going to go down fighting.
Yep.
Right? And then fans go, oh, but the football's boring. It's like, okay, hang on. Can't we see that he's sorting that out first? And
Yep.
that for me is the most impressive thing he's done. He's made us hard to beat and we don't concede many goals.
Well, do you remember, Savva, when we got Angepostecoglou, that Hotspur had said one of the easiest things he had to do was get Spurs playing attacking football after Conte, Mourinho, whatever, which had fair play. He did. The first 10 games, obviously, was mesmerising football and the ride of a wave and playing the exact opposite of what we had with Conte and Jose and Nuno, you could mention as well. Well, he's come in here and he's had to do the opposite. He's had to shut the shop and then obviously start building. People keep thinking he's going to come in right away and win like 3-4-0 every single game. I have been loving. There's been like tactical moves made. There's been tactical battles in this game that Spurs have had to overcome. Find the weakness or find where something. I'm loving the tactical battles. And even in the Leeds game, yes, we played patchy, but I think some of the football was great. I think it was great. I think some of the football in games, some of the football. I mean, don't get me wrong. Wolves in the second half absolutely destroyed us, and we didn't have an answer to it. And then we obviously conceded a very soft goal, unlucky for Paulinho's goal. In the first half, we needed to be more clinical and get a goal in, and that's where we're missing that striker that can finish those goals. And maybe if Muani had been available, he could have come on and changed the game and offered something different to Richarlison. But he's doing all this yet, and I still say, Savva, I don't know if you agree. I don't think he has been able to play. If Thomas Frank was to sit down right now and say, right, this is my best 11 and this is the formation, I don't think he's had a chance to play that 11.
He hasn't. No, he hasn't as well. And you know what? And he might never because of injuries, because of suspensions. He might never. But no, you're absolutely spot on. And that's why when I look at this and go, right, we're third. By the way, Brian, after 7 games, I'm not a fan that goes, oh my God, we're third. We're going to finish third. That's just not how football works. Cream rises to the top, injuries happen, build up of games, suspend, all of these things happen. But if I had offered this to anybody, mate, if I had offered this to anybody in August and said, look, we're going to be what? By the time we play again, what will it be? The 17th, 18th of October? I don't know.
19th.
Right. I'd said by the time we're playing 19th of October, we're third with a possibility to go top, depending on other results. We've lost 1 game in 11 in all competitions. We don't concede many. Yeah, we're the third highest goal scorers. Everyone would have bitten your hand off. So why are there still people that are not? Why are there still people that are not sure about it? Why?
I think you need to add to that as well, Savva. There's 2 more things you need to add to that. First of all, 2 clean sheets away from our entire clean sheets last season.
Yes,
and we're in mid-October. Yep. Plus, we have that fight back, and we're scoring late goals. We're not. Do you remember when we were doing that with Pochettino or Conte, with Manchester City, Leicester, whatever? We may not be playing well at times, but we don't give up, and we dig out what would have been no points to a point.
Yeah,
which is huge in a season. Huge in a season. Any Spurs fan, if they said to you, like you said, 1 defeat, I mean 2 if you want to include PSG, I don't really, because I've done it since the domestic season start. But even if you want to add PSG, 2 defeats, one of them to the European champions.
On penalties. See, I don't count that. I count that as a draw.
I mean, let's go. I mean, I think the main thing I took away from that performance, yes, it was disappointing in the last 5 minutes, was how well we played against the European champions in like one of his first, let's say his first competitive game. No, was it after Burnley? It was after Burnley, wasn't it? No, before Burnley. Was it before? Okay, so his first competitive game.
It was 3 days. It was 3 days before.
Yeah, 3 days before Burnley.
Yeah,
and they played a formation. They played about 5, which we hadn't done for ages, or what we tried with Angepostecoglou, and they took the European champions to task. And if it wasn't for just the late minute quality they could bring on, then and you know what? Like I said as well, with a certain person gone, I keep saying I've never been as optimistic, excited, and pumped up for a season in my whole Spurs life. And some people said, well, what about the Poch years? And I was like, yeah, the Poch years were great. always a Levy there to maybe ruin it and not back the manager and see what. Right here, right now, I'm giving Enoch 2 windows. I'm giving everyone the chance. I'm liking what Enoch is saying and doing. Now's the chance of seeing if their actions speak louder than their words. But right now, the way the club is with the huge turnaround at board level, Frank and his backroom staff, and the quality we brought in this summer, if we can match that with one key player in January and then have a great summer, we are in a very, very strong place. There is nothing to be negative about Tottenham right now. I am so happy.
No, mate, me too. Me too. And I think that people don't like it. Like, you know, I'll tell you what summed up. I was having a chat the other day. And by the way, Nick, let's hope that Tottenham do not ruin your birthday then this Sunday, right? Let's hope that Tottenham do not ruin your birthday, because if they ruin your birthday, then they ruin all of our Sunday as well. So, but we'll come to that game a little bit later. It's a tough game, by the way. It's a tough game. Aston Villa are not mugs. I know everyone laughed at the beginning of their season, but they're now like 7 unbeaten and they're winning games again and not conceding goals again. So we'll come to that a bit later. But let me just do a couple of super chats, Brian, and then we'll get back to it. Big up to D&B Forever, always in it. Bloody chew with a super sticker, very generous to me, as is the Aussie Frank lover. Big up to you, Aussie Frank lover.
Oh, big up.
Really appreciate you. It's nice to know there are some Australians that like me. Just a few, but some of them do like me. Big up to you, Aussie Frank lover. Really appreciate you. And if that wasn't enough, Aussie Frank lover has gifted 5 memberships. I don't know who those 5 are. Joshua, Carl Simpson, Futures Bright, Futures Lily White, and Rob Frank as well. So big up to you, Aussie Frank lover. That's very generous indeed. If he can smash 5 memberships in, you lot can smash a like button. It's just that simple. All right. I've got a lot of content for you today. Perchy is back 6 p.m. The What Are We Doing Here podcast, where we just go off in tangents. We just talk about anything. He's probably going to tell you about how he beat me on Football Manager because he's so over the moon by this. But we're live there, and then we've got the Spurs 5 at 8 p.m. tonight. Big up to you. Big up to Bourbon Buzzard. Great name. So did you guys watch the Matters documentary on YouTube? Yes, I have seen it. You seen it?
Yep.
This man will be a top pundit, James Maddison. He's very easy. He's very, very easy to listen to. He's got a good personality. He seems very well liked. And it really eye-opening, I thought, before we move on, Brian. I thought it was really interesting seeing the what actually happens, you know, how quickly he had his surgery and how the rehabilitation that he's going through.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't think other players have done such a thing like this on their own YouTube channel. It was one that Joe I really loved with it when he was talking about, first of all, text messages to people like Spence and whoever to do this and do that, but also the bond you could see with Kuti and Bentancur when he got the injury. And obviously, Bentancur has been through it. It just looked, obviously, and I will say this about Spurs as well, this season, their social media content, the Spurs weekly thing they're bringing out and giving you interviews with players or Frank's coaching staff, they've upped their game in every level. But what James Maddison's video, it was very, very eye-opening. It's refreshing to see, isn't it? It's that connection to see more about your football club. It's a great channel.
Listen, he's trying to monopolise YouTube, old James Maddison, as well. Cheeky git. Do you know, he's one person I'd love to get on. I'd really like a chat with Maddison. It feels like he's just a lad. Do you know what I mean? You can just have a normal chat with. And big up to my man out there in the US of A, my man SOF, or SOF. I don't know what it stands for, but you've always been, I think you've been following. Frank doubters are waiting for things to go wrong to go in on him. The Newcastle Cup match will be a big test. They'll say he must win, even if that's a place we've struggled recently. Well, let's go on from this then. Let's to SOS point. Yes, they are. What I'm seeing as well is there are certain people that it seems like they come alive when something goes wrong. Like it's almost as though they don't want Spurs to win because it's, hang on, yeah, I told you with Frank. But for me, I think this is a great opportunity, Brian, for the whole fan base to kind of reset and realign. I don't see that we need to be divided on this guy at all. This is a good coach. This is an astute man, an intelligent man. He talks well. He doesn't embarrass us in for Brentford or Spurs, where I've gone, that guy's a dick. You know the way people look at the way they look at Arteta, right? Look at the way people, even though how great he was, they got annoyed with Klopp, right? When he'd get all shirty and, you know, look at Fergie and Joe's. This guy just, he doesn't do anything to embarrass us. So is this statement from SOF true? Are people waiting, not all people, but are there people waiting for it to go wrong?
It's hard to gauge. I mean, if I was to do it based on Twitter, which is a rubbish comparison to do, because I'm very outspoken for a change on my or there's a goal conceded, people come, oh look, I thought Frank was a great coach, and I'm like, oh my good God, right, whatever. But no, do you know what? I don't listen to this anymore. I've spent a long time being on a side where obviously I was very outspoken, and for 17 years, I've got the time now, for the first time in 17, almost 18 years, where I can just sit back and enjoy the football. Where I haven't got one eye on there. I am loving just getting behind the
we are lagging terribly, both of us. So my Wi-Fi is on 100%. So if I'm lagging as well, then I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump out and jump back in. So, and then I'm going to ask you to jump out and jump back in, if that's all right.
Mate, that sounds good.
I'll tell you what, before we do that, let me just watch it on YouTube for a few seconds so I can see what people are saying. YouTube's been doing this a fair bit recently. Let me just watch it on YouTube for a few seconds so I can see what people are saying. How far YouTube is behind us actually talking, by the way. Just so you know. Right, I'm going to jump out and jump back in. Bear with me.
All right, I'll do a little dance till you come back. How are we doing, people? I don't know what that dance is. I haven't been to a club for a long time. But we'll wait till Savva comes back, and then I'll drop out and drop in, and we'll see what is going on. But I hope you all had a good weekend, people. I hope you all had a cracking weekend. Here he comes.
If you want to jump out and jump back in, let's see if... guys and girls, is that better? It's YouTube. It is YouTube. I don't know what to do. It is YouTube. I don't know what to do. Oh, I hate it when YouTube does this.
Is it better?
I'm not sure. I'm just watching me. It's really weird. I'm talking and watching me on YouTube. Let's have a look and see what happens. It seems okay.
That's not YouTube. Normally is a couple of seconds behind a live thing anyway. But
yeah.
Beforehand it was massive, and now it seems to have sorted itself out.
Yeah, no, we're both lagging. I mean, I don't really know what to say. If it's YouTube, I really don't know what we can do about it, Brian. I mean, we can continue talking or we can end it. People saying it's terrible. Even the lag has lag. Let me just see who else is live and see what's going on. Let me, 1 second. Let's have a look. Who's live in the world of YouTube right now? Let's have a look and see. I just watched Dan Potts. Dan Potts' channel is fine. I don't know why YouTube's doing this. It's definitely not. I've got Wi-Fi running on multiple things. It's yeah. Sorry if anyone does leave. I apologise. It's not really a lot I can. I know. Everyone. I makes me laugh. Everyone's saying the same thing. We get it. I get it. I don't. I don't know what we can do unless I start again. But if I start again, don't we? Oh, it's just long, in it, starting everything again.
Yeah.
Let me refresh 1 second. If you lose me, just stay there.
Oh, I'll stay here. I'll stay here. There we go. Bloody hell, that was a bit close up. Where was I? I can't see the comments, so I hope everyone is okay and enjoying their weekend, or enjoyed their weekend. Let's hope Savva can fix this.
I don't know.
Bad.
Yeah, what was? I don't know. I'll have to go and watch. Oh God, I hate it when YouTube does this. It just ruins it for the YouTuber and the viewer, right? More the viewer.
Yeah.
Let's go and have a look. It's dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. I'll tell you what I'll do, Brian. I'll set up a new stream.
Oh, you do that, bro. All right,
I'll send you the link. All right, guys, girls, I'm going to set up. I'll tell you what. If everyone wants to wait, I'll set up the new stream while we're live. Then I can just redirect you all there. How's that?
That sounds good. I'll just talk, and there'll be 30 seconds behind me catching up with my nonsense. So you do that.
Set a new stream and send you all there. So bear with me, Brian. You keep talking.
Okay, I'll keep talking. So just so people know as well, Tottenham on tour are going to be back today. I've had a bit of time off whilst being here with family. It's good to be back. It's good to be back on channels as Savva sorts out the redirect. Look at him go. Look at him go.
Scheduling it for now, and then I'll send everyone over there. Hang on, bear with me one
second. You do that. We can carry on. We were talking about the Newcastle from SOF, weren't we? It's a big opportunity, but we've got to remember now we've got this section before the next international break is going to show what we're about. It's Villa at home. Then I believe Monaco Champions League. Then I think it's away to Everton. Then it's Newcastle. Then it's Chelsea. Then it's someone else in the Champions League. And then it's Manchester United. So it's a big section before the last international break. And then November, December is very tough. So he's going to have to rotate this squad. And if we see squads, I'm fine with whatever team he puts out. I won't be complaining. The only time I think he gets it wrong is teams like against Wolves. He shouldn't have played Paulinho and Bentancur. Shouldn't have played them together. It doesn't work for those kind of games. Get away to Leeds, away to Manchester United, other games. I don't. But he's the boss. I might not understand it, but I'll definitely back it. So we got a big chunk of football coming up now. And hopefully this international break will be undefeated again. And then the Frank Doubters might have to turn the corner and be like, okay, here we go. I mean, I'm actually very positive for January. We'll talk about that as well, Savva. I'm actually very positive.
I'm literally just hang on, I'm just 1 second. I'm just going to send you the link in the private chat. Hang on, I'm doing all of this on the fly.
What's happened to me, brother? What's happened to me?
Okay. Hang on. Right. Hang on. Bear with us in there, callers. We will get there. We will get there. We will get there. Yeah. Normally I take my time and it takes 10 minutes to set all this up, but this is
last time I checked.
Let's go. There we go. Paste. Right. And now what I've got to do is I've got to redirect. And
whilst you start the stream, I'm just going to get into a t-shirt because this pajama top is fucking hot.
1 second. Right, here we go. Spurs. There we go. A customization redirect. This is long. Why won't it let me redirect? There we go. Redirect. It's weird. I'm redirecting to myself. Where am I? I love it. It gives me the option of all these people who are live, but it doesn't. It won't give me an option for me.
Have you ever been able to redirect yourself?
Can you redirect yourself? Yeah, you must be able to. Right?
I've never tried. Ben Kaufman does all that. I don't do the technical stuff.
There we go. Right. Okay, guys. I'm gonna right, Brian, you've got the link. I'm gonna send everyone over there. Just let it will send you back. Yeah?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm literally going to change my top and then I'll be back.
Yeah.
All right, see you in a sec. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. I'm going to send you over to take 2 because this stream has been cracker-lackling. Thank you. Goodbye.